good to see you, Chairman Jordan. What's happening now? Thanks for joining us. What's happening now with the impeachment vote against Mayorkas?
Well, we'll find out. We'll call the roll and we'll see. I mean, that's how legislative bodies work. I'm like Kelly. I think we should impeach Secretary Mayorkas. He has not enforced the law. He's come in front of Congress and he said things that were not accurate. So when he says that to Congress, he's saying that to the American people. So I do think it's warranted, but we'll see what the vote is if in fact it's called later today.
Let's get your reaction, which is frustrating. Okay, let's get your reaction to this. So Congressman Armstrong, President Biden also accused today of not being accurate. You know, about a week or so ago, he said the border was not a crisis. He said it's a challenge. Now he's blaming it on Trump and Republicans. Let's get your reaction to this. Watch.
Every day between now and November, the American people are going to know that the only reason the border is not secure is Donald Trump and his MAGA Republican friends. It's time for Republicans in the Congress to show a little courage, to show a little spine, to make it clear to the American people that you work for them, not for anyone else.
Congressman Armstrong, from day one, he broke the border. Nearly 100 executive actions in his first 100 days, wiping out Trump's policies. Your reaction?
Well, we passed our border security bill almost a year ago, last May, basically telling the president to do the things he can: reinstate remain in Mexico, end catch and release. I got an idea: detain violent criminals from other countries. He could do all of those things right now. We were trying to force his hand with the bill because that's what President Trump did. That's what he's capable of doing. And to blame Republicans for this when he has allowed this to go on and on and on until it became a political liability, not just a liability to the American citizens, is just, quite frankly, ridiculous.
So President Biden, let me just get this straight, Congressman Jordan, Chairman Jordan. He said this Senate bill would give him authority to shut the border. Doesn't he have that authority now? I mean, okay, let's get this straight. After his administration sued Arizona for border barriers, like cargo containers, sued Texas for its border barriers, downplaying the border crisis as just a challenge. Now he says it's a crisis and he blames Trump. Chairman Jordan?
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to use the power he has to fix the problem that he intentionally created. I mean, this is such a political move right here. Oh, I'm going to intentionally create this problem. I'm not going to fix it. But what I'm going to do is blame Republicans and blame President Trump. Well, we've seen that game before. And Kelly's exactly right. 3 things he did on the first day in office. He said, no more remain in Mexico, no more building the wall, and when you get here, you will be released. And he announces that to the world. It's no wonder everyone is coming, to the tune of on pace to get to 12 million people, 12 million migrants entering our country in the 4 years that he will be president. That's craziness, but they just want to keep doing it. They're starting to talk a little bit about it because he knows an election's coming up later this fall. So this is so ridiculous. What we need to do is figure out how we can address the problem. We passed the bill last year. The Senate won't take it up. We should look at the appropriation bills coming up in next month and say we're going to attach to those bills something that will address the problem.
Oh, so what Chairman Jordan said, addressing the problem by attaching it to appropriations bills. You know, Congressman Armstrong, and I know you know this too, Chairman Jordan, we see repeatedly polls from Gallup, Emerson, Monmouth, Quinnipiac, Pew. Voters are mad and upset about the border. Now you got at least 22 senators, including Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. They're against the new Senate border bill. It sounds like that's enough to kill it. When you saw the Senate border bill, Congressman Armstrong, what was your reaction?
My reaction is, sometimes I think some of my friends are more interested in making a deal than making a good deal. Any bill that allows every one of these cases to go to the most liberal court in Washington, D.C., and allows for Secretary Mayorkas to waive any of the provisions in the bill, those 2 things alone make the bill bad enough. But also legitimizing 5,000 migrants a day is simply untenable, and it's unrealistic, and it's irresponsible. We have people dying in North Dakota of fentanyl poisoning every single day. Every one of those pills is crossing the southern border. Every community in the country is a border community, and and the president should take every action he can to address this problem.
So what Congressman Armstrong said, Chairman Jordan, one part of this Senate bill is really bad for U.S. states. It would effectively force all states to sue only in D.C. District Court against the president's bad border policies. That would have really hamstrung Texas and the border states trying to fix the border crisis Biden created and ignited.
Yeah, nothing in that bill makes sense to me. Nothing that the Biden administration has done relative to our border, or frankly, any other policy area, makes sense to me. I mean, here's how crazy the Biden administration is. The Texas taxpayers put up a fence. Joe Biden wants to use American tax dollars to take down the fence that Texas put up to secure the border. I mean, that's one of the most stupid things I've ever heard. So this, again, I think the American people have common sense. I think they're going to make the decision for President Trump because they know he actually can secure our border.
So where does the impeachment go? Do you think he gets impeached tonight, Congressman Armstrong? Final word.
I hope so. It's well past time to. This is the worst secretary we have seen in my lifetime, and I think my parents' lifetime, and he deserves to be impeached.
Does he get impeached, Chairman Jordan?
I'm like Kelly. I hope so. And it's close, but I hope it happens.
Got it. Chairman Jordan, Congressman Kelly, thanks for Armstrong. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's good to see you.